Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to our first training on and onboarding information session of this year. I'm so excited that all of you are here. Welcome. If you guys could turn on your cameras, that would be great. We would love to see all of your smiling faces here today. And yeah. So let's start with a little bit. I'll start with a little introduction. My name is Jatin Punjabi. I am the training head for this new year at AiGoLearning. A little bit about me. I joined AiGoLearning about 2 years ago in 2021. It's a great organization to be part of. I currently teach Python. And I'll let the rest of the training team. We have 2 more members from our training team here tonight. We have Brian, who's going to introduce himself right now.
Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing? My name is Brian. So a little bit about me. I recently graduated from college. Like when I say recently, it's like 2 years ago, but back in 2019. I joined AiGoLearning last year of December. So not long ago. So I'm still pretty brand new, but I learned pretty quickly and I got the facts and the gist of it very, very fast. But I'm still learning. That's why I'm also part of the training assistants of the sessions today. Well, thank you.
Our last member of our training team who's here, I think is Shivanshi. I think she's having some difficulty joining the Zoom, so she'll introduce herself when she is able to join. So let's get started. So why AiGoLearning? AiGoLearning is a nonprofit advocating for teens teach kids. So basically, what that means is our motto is based on the fact that we have high schoolers and college students teaching kids. We believe that when it comes to teaching, it's a little bit like high school and college students are able to connect with the students because there's not as much of an age gap between them compared to your typical school teacher. So it's a little bit like more personal for the students. We basically our main thing is coding, so we're helping students learn coding. You can either make a stipend or earn volunteering hours. The choice is yours. Everything is prepared and ready for you to start teaching. Curriculum, class management, and payment. Everything is set up for you guys. Oh, I forgot to mention a little bit earlier, if you guys have any questions, you can use the chat throughout this presentation. Brian will be monitoring the chat. And also, you can also use this link above here, where at the end of the session, we will go through all the questions that you guys have asked throughout the session, right up here at this link. So that's a little bit about our organization. Now, a little bit about our class platform. So we use something called ThinkLand. ThinkLand has all the teaching content and training courses. It has a Scratch platform within the website, and you can have direct communication with the parents. So I'm just going to show you a little demo of ThinkLand. This is ThinkLand. This is my personal ThinkLand that I've opened up. You can see there's a few classrooms I'm enrolling in. This is the class I'm currently teaching. This is the training class that you guys have all received, should have received an invite to. This is the Start Here classroom. This is the first class that you guys should have been registered in if you have created a ThinkLand account, and it has all the steps gone for training. Now, we also have our training classrooms in here. So let's just go through this a little bit. Right here, we have our Python training classroom. This is just an example. You can see has an evaluation lesson and demo class here. We'll get into evaluations a little bit later, and has all the curriculum that you would need to teach anything. So that's a little bit about our platform. Oh, and also there is a Scratch editor within ThinkLand right here. We encourage you guys, we require all Scratch teachers to use the Scratch editor within ThinkLand, because students are able to submit their assignments and everything through ThinkLand. Like, think of ThinkLand like almost like a Google Classroom or like a Canvas, if you guys are familiar with that, but for coding. So students are able to submit all their assignments and everything within ThinkLand, and if they use a Scratch editor within ThinkLand. That's a lot of me saying ThinkLand. And you also can communicate with the parents directly through this. You can see if I open up the training classroom and all the participants, I have access to the name of each person, email address. I can do class reports, which we'll get into a little bit later, and all that here. So a little bit about onboarding. You guys have all filled out the sign up form. That's why you guys are here. This is like the form you originally sent out. And the second thing that you want to do is you want to create a ThinkLand account and log into that and self-enroll in training classes. So I think you guys have all done these 3 steps. These are like the first initial steps when you guys first filled out that sign up form and everything. We do have a Discord server for help. Is really, really important if you guys join the Discord server. Discord is our primary form of communication here at AiGoLearning. So I really, really suggest you guys join that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so how training works. The first step is just to open up the Start Here classroom. So right here, you guys can see the Start Here classroom. It outlines all the steps that you guys need to do. I went over this a little bit earlier. Has all the training classrooms and more training resources. It has like past class videos, training videos, everything you need to be successful in a class. It also has working papers, which are important. Yeah. So, sorry guys, okay. So, the basic training path is you start with your training on ThinkLand, then you have your evaluation, then you can become either a teaching assistant or a teacher, and then eventually you guys can get up to the leadership team, which is the main people that control AiGoLearning. There are subdivisions of the leadership team. Like currently we are on the training team, like me and Brian. So that would be considered leadership team. So these are our courses. These are all of the courses that we offer. These 2 require some extra, like a training week, which we have not had in a while, but we will have one soon. But the rest you can all self-enroll and self-teach, like self-evaluate on. All of these materials are found within the training classroom here, Start Here classroom. These are a little bit more about courses. The our core classes are Scratch Junior, Scratch AI, Python, Java, and C++. And then all of the bolded classes are like our extension classes on top of our regular. So you guys can see those right there. We also are starting to offer non-programming courses in math, language, and AP courses. So if you guys are interested in teaching those, you can also teach those. The full course catalog is right here. You guys can view all of the classes that we teach right here in depth if you guys are curious. This slideshow will be shared with you so you guys can look at all those courses after this training session is over. So our most popular courses are Scratch, Scratch AI, and Python. So if you guys don't know what to teach, those are the classes that you should go for. These classes have the most students. So these are the classes that we want the most teachers for. So evaluation process. This is the most important part. So yeah, it's really important you guys pay attention to this. Evaluations are recorded by yourself and submitted to office@aigolearning.org. basically what you're doing in your evaluation, you're pretending like you're teaching someone a topic, and you're recording yourself, and you're recording yourself doing that. So, for example, I'm gonna go to the start here classroom. I'll show you the Python one. So, if I go to the Python classroom, this is the evaluation lesson. It's called Project Calculator. So I have to pretend like I am the student knows absolutely nothing. The student is new to programming, and you have to teach them how to do this project. So you have to show them, oh, what is user input? What are if statements, elif statements, else statements? What is a while loop? What is all of that? So you have to explain everything in depth. It is important that everything is in depth, as you are assuming that the student knows absolutely nothing. Like they're completely new to programming. So you have to explain it in depth. And basically, you're going to record yourself teaching the evaluation, have at least 15 minutes per course that you do. Make sure your camera is on, include a brief self-introduction. Just pretend like you're teaching a student. That's the most important thing. You're going to upload your recording to Drive and share it with office@aigolearning.org. And the email subject line should look something like that. So you have to complete your evaluation before you can start teaching. Deadline is 1 month after sign up. There are a few special cases, like if you're a university student, or if you just contact us and let us know, like, hey, like I'm still interested in teaching. Can I still do my evaluation? It's like, okay, if it's past 1 month, but we're trying to push that we want you to complete your evaluations 1 month after sign up. If you have any prior teaching experience, you can also just submit a video of you teaching. It will speed up your evaluation process. Also, the other thing is, if you want to have someone sit in on your evaluation, like a sibling or just like a friend or someone, just so like, I know like for me, if I'm recording, it would feel a little weird if I'm just like talking in the camera and I'm like, oh, where's the student? Maybe if you guys want, you guys can have like a sibling or a friend or someone just come sit in your evaluation, and you can like teach them a project, like almost like teach them the coding aspect of it. And it will like help like having an actual person there, and just record that if you guys want. You can also apply to be a TA before being evaluated. A TA is basically someone who is going to assist teachers in their teaching. TAs do not get paid, but it is good, but it is valuable experience. If you guys like, oh, are not sure, like, oh, how do I run my class kind of thing, you guys can become a TA beforehand. So legal forms and papers, this is really important. Under step 5, we're going to ask you to submit the teacher working form right here. This is like the work authorization form. I'll show you guys this a little bit. So I'm just going to put in some mock information just so I can show you how the form looks. So you guys don't really have to worry about working papers if you're only volunteering, but if you want to be paid, then it'll ask you if you're a citizen of the US, a green card holder, or where you have working papers. If you're outside of the US, then you're going to click other. So if you are a citizen in the US, then you are going to upload I-9. If you're under 18, the A300. Is there anyone under 18 in this meeting? If there is, then I can go over how to do the A300. Okay, so A300, I highly recommend that you guys start doing it before before you even start your before you even start training. The A300 looks something like this. It is a New Jersey form, so even if you are outside of New Jersey, you still have to complete the New Jersey A300. It looks something like this. It requires your minor, like your personal information. Then you fill this out. Then you send this back to AiGoLearning us. Then after that, you have to get your doctor certified. Then you have to get your proof of age by using one of these. And then finally, you have to get it approved by your school in these 2 columns. It is a lot. It takes a while to fill out. So I definitely highly recommend that you guys get started on it early. Do not put this off. Then you're gonna need your W-9 and W-4. And also, if you are in the US, we only pay through Zelle. So please put in your Zelle information here. Zelle is easily done. You can easily sign up through a Zelle account through your bank accounts. Most bank accounts have Zelle built in. The steps for a green card are pretty similar. Where the working papers is also pretty similar because it requires same information. The difference comes when you are another citizen. So I'm just gonna, you'd write your citizen. So I'm just gonna write whatever your country name citizenship is, you just write that here. And then here it's gonna ask for your passport. It's gonna ask for the W-8 BEN, which looks like this. And these are the forms you're gonna fill out. And then it's gonna ask for your PayPal right here. We do not use Zelle for out of country, only for within the US, we use Zelle. Outside of the country, we use PayPal. So yeah. Once you pass your evaluation, our operation team will contact you for a class to teach. You're gonna fill out teacher availability form, so you're assigned a class. Basically, you guys will be contacted. You guys will not know how you did on your evaluation. The evaluation result stays a secret. And the reason behind that is we want everyone to eventually become a teacher. So if you don't do well on your evaluation, you can reach out and become a TA first. And then after you become a TA, you can become a teacher. So if you don't do well on your evaluation, our goal in the end is everyone to become a teacher. So once you pass your evaluation, our operation team will contact you for a class to teach, and you would fill out this form, or you can create your own class on ThinkLend, but that's after you get a class. Payday, this is very important. Payday is the 19th of every month. It usually varies between the 18th and 20th. You might get your payment on the 18th, 19th, or 20th. Payment will be sent out once all legal forms are submitted. So you will not be able to get paid until you've submitted all of your legal paperwork. Payment is for the 16th from the previous month to the 15th of the current month. So let's just say like this month, it's February right now. I would get paid on February 19th for my classes taught from January 16th to February 15th. And I would get paid on the 19th for that. This is the pay rate table. So it increases for every student that you, for the more classes that you teach. Most people stay in this 3 to, like, well, I would say 3 to 4 student range. That's where most classes are. We like to keep the class sizes small, as smaller class sizes result in like more personal relationships with students. And that's what we want in the end. We want you to be able to connect with students better. So I think only like 1 or 2 teachers out of like the many teachers that we have gotten to the 7 or 8 student classes, and they're difficult to handle. So when you guys start, you'll most likely start with 1, 2, 3, or 4 students, but eventually you'll be able to prove yourself and get more students. So teaching requirements, these are once you guys have actually become teacher. This is a little bit later, but you have to do attendance and class reports for every class, which is found in the step 6 of the class start here classroom, where it says you did it. It will give you some guidelines for being a new teacher. Our training team is also in the process of creating a training video explaining you guys what to do on your like first day teaching. So when we'll probably have that done by the time that you guys start teaching, if you guys are just starting the training process now. We also have teaching for leadership. So if you guys want experience when you guys first start teaching, you're probably not going to immediately get a class. So if you want experience and be able to more likely to get a paid class, you guys can teach STEM for All, which is for the underprivileged and low income students. It's a really great opportunity. Like I remember we actually had, through STEM for All, we connected with a class in Tanzania, which is like a rural place where they literally had 1 computer and it was 20 students. And it was crazy class. Like we're talking like rural, like they had to walk like a mile to get water. every day. So that is, we provide free classes for underprivileged low-income students. So if you want experience at first, I would look into teaching a STEM for All class. You can also start a club at your school or open up a local chapter in your state, province, or country. We do have international branches, which I will show you on our AiGoLearning website, some of the international branches you have. So if you guys are interested in starting a branch at your own, in your country, then you guys can definitely try doing that. So right now we have branches in Canada, India, Switzerland, Texas. I don't know why Texas is on here. That's in the US. Vietnam. I don't know why New Jersey is on here either. That's also in the US. Ghana and Upawats. I don't know how to say that country. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Okay. Next, we offer the President's Volunteer Service Award. So if you guys have gotten a certain number of hours within the within AiGoLearning, you guys are eligible to get the President Volunteer Service Award, which if you get these amount of hours, you can apply for it and we will give it to you if you guys have gotten these hours within AiGo. So I have to put in a little shameless plug here. Follow us on social media, guys. This is our Instagram, this is our Facebook, this is our LinkedIn. If you guys could follow us, that'd be great. Yeah, I have to add my shameless plug there. So to summarize, our training timeline. You fill out the application form, you join the Discord server. Then after that, the optional part is the training session sign up. You guys are all here, great job. You guys completed the first 3 steps. Then you guys are gonna join the start here in the training classroom. Then you guys are going to do your evaluation, fill out your working papers, and then fill out the teacher availability form. So these are some questions you guys have put in the Google form. I'm just gonna go over the answers to these as you guys have I just compiled all the questions that were on the Google form and I'm putting them in here. So how to become a volunteer? You become a volunteer, you can just contact us and volunteer basically. You can contact Mike. Also, the main person who handles like all of the classes, payments, and everything, if you guys ever need to reach out to him, is Mike. I will send you his Discord in chat right now. Actually, Brian, can you please send Mike's Discord in chat while I go over this? Okay, so Brian will be sending Mike's Discord in chat. Next thing is, how do you open a Zelle account if you're located outside the US? You do not have to open up a Zelle account if you're outside the US. You're going to use PayPal if you're outside the US. For can we use PayPal? PayPal is only outside the US. Is there anywhere we have to upload our schedule if we are current university students? If you're a current university student, our classes are completely flexible. We teach all over the world. So whenever you're available, there'll be a class then. Yeah, so Brian just sent out Mike's Discord thing. Yeah, so we're really flexible in terms of classes. When do we start classes? I sent one evaluation, but have yet to receive a response. You start classes when classes open up. Our spring session just started. So if you guys recently submitted your evaluation video, then you are likely to get a class. If you have not gotten a class, I would reach out to Mike, which is the Discord I sent in chat. Can I do more than one evaluation video? You guys can do as many evaluation videos as you want, if as many classes as you want. How do I start training? You start training through the Start Here classroom. How long does it take after you submit your evaluation to teach? It really depends. If you start it like right around like a new session time, like we just started our spring session classes. So if you did it now, then you'd be likely to get a class. After that, our next like big session is our summer session. So I would submit it around like May or like somewhere around there. But we do start sessions in the middle. So like it really depends on where we are in terms of that. Are timings flexible? Yes, timings are completely flexible. Is it one-on-one setting or by group? Groups usually consist of 3 to 4 students, I would say. That's like our average class size. Are there any prepared lesson materials for each lesson, or is it my responsibility to prepare materials? There are materials prepared, but we really suggest that you add your own stuff and like almost add your own twist on all of our materials that we have already provided. How fast can I start teaching and get paid? You can start teaching as soon as you like submit your evaluation and get a class. So I would say like it's not It just really depends. I know that some people have completed training for classes and like just sat down like 8 hours and completed all their training in one day. Some people like to spread it out a little bit. It really depends on what you want to do. When will class schedules be given? Class schedules will be given like at the start of probably each semester or just like wherever. What is the duration of the training program? The training program is like self-paced, so it is wherever it is however long you guys want to take on it. What is the recruitment process for teachers after training? The recruitment process consists of it's just like after training, you guys just after you guys have trained and completed your evaluation, you guys will get contacted for a class. That's it. How will teachers be paid? Zelle in the US, PayPal outside the US. What would you say to someone who is new to the environment? I would say put passion in your teaching. Make sure whenever you're forming personal connections with the students and everything. What I did in my classes is I found out, oh, my students really like Kahoot, Gimkit, and BlueKit, like games. So I always incorporated like 10 minutes of one class to always play like a Python related game in Gimkit or a Python related game in Kahoot. What tools will we use for teaching? You'll be using Zoom, you'll be using ThinkLand, and then any other tools you would like to use, you can use. Like I use Kahoot, I use Gimkit in my classes. I also use Google Classroom because it's a little bit easier for the students. So you guys can use whatever tools you guys feel comfortable for using. How long are classes? Classes range from 45 minutes to 1.5 hours. No, actually, no, 45 minutes to 2 hours. It really depends on what class you get. How many students in each class? 3 to 4 students usually, but it can range anywhere from 1 through 8. How long will it take to be a fully qualified teacher? It will take as long as training is self-paced, so as long as you would like. And do you offer any form of proof that you have been trained? We currently do not offer any form of proof that you've been trained. It's just that, oh, do you get a class? Then you are trained. The reason for the proof is because we just have so many teachers that we have that we can't offer that proof because there's just so many teachers that we have. Will teachers be prepared to teach even though they are new to the subject area? It depends. If you're like new to coding, you have to learn coding well before you teach. So it takes a while to learn it. I know people have just gone through the training stuff and just like learn the entire language, but I do not suggest doing that. I suggest like having a basic knowledge of the like programming language that you're going to teach beforehand, because students will ask questions and like complex questions, and you'll have to know this stuff well. How many hours a week can I work? Normally people work I would say most teachers do one class a week, which is about 1.5 hours per class. So like 1.5 hours per week, but you can teach multiple classes and probably around like maybe if you taught like 3 classes, that'd be like 5 hours a week or something. But this is not a full-time job. This is a part-time job where you're teaching students. So keep that in mind. Would there be a TA? There are TAs for some classes, there aren't TAs for others. Most like the bigger classes usually have TAs, but the smaller classes don't. Is there a deadline in terms of when we can start teaching? There is no deadline. Training process is self-paced. We just recommend that you guys submit your evaluation within 1 month of signing up. Is it okay if I begin to teach around mid-May instead of the spring session? We're very flexible. You guys can start teaching whenever you guys want. Okay, with that being said, what I'm going to do is, okay, we got one question. When is the last time to send in a demo? I'm a little bit confused as to what this question is asking. So if the person who asked it could just clarify. But it's along the lines of the last time to send a demo. I think they're asking the evaluation. So I'm going to say that I would say that just you can send the evaluation whenever you would like. We just recommend that you send it 1 month in advance. Is there a limit to how many classes we can teach? You can teach as many classes as you want. You just have to prove to be a good teacher. That's the only thing. So make sure that you're proving to be a good teacher, and then we will give you as many classes as you want. There's also a question in chat. How long does the class curriculum, how does the class curriculum work? All the class curriculum is in the start, is in ThinkLand right here within the Start Here classroom. If you guys go, there are training classrooms for each of the languages. So for example, if I go to Python, I'm a little bit biased towards Python because that's the class I teach. So I'm just going to use Python for everything. You can see right here, it has your evaluation lesson and demo class right up here. Then after that, you will have your level 1 class, and it has all of the class, like the presentation, what you should be covering each class, like almost like, oh, what should I be doing? Some examples, all of that. This is just a rough outline of what you guys should be covering. This is I would say what I always do is I always go through the slides and I always add more stuff for the students, more practice problems and everything, because I think that it's more helpful to I think it's important to have your own twist on everything when you guys are teaching. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay, great. See if there's any other questions. Okay, I don't see any other questions. So if you guys have any questions at all, you guys can contact either myself, this is my email, this is my Discord, Shivanshi, who's another person on the training team, this is her email, this is her Discord, or Brian, this is his email, this is his Discord. So you guys can contact us. I think all three of us prefer Discord over email, as all three of us are much more active on Discord. We also get notifications right to our phone when we get messages. So we definitely suggest to messaging us on Discord. The next thing, okay, so what is the max hours a week you can work? There is no max, but I'm just going to tell you you can't work, you're not going to be able to work 10 hours or 20 hours a week doing this. It's not like a sustainable job. It's just kind of like a side job, that I would say. Where on ThinkLand can we see this recording? I'm going to be posting it in the training classroom that you guys all should receive an invite to. And also, I will also be emailing you guys this recording, a link to it along with the slideshow. So yeah, where do we get all of the information? I'm a little bit confused as to what that question is asking. If you could just clarify.
So basically I was asking where do we get the information we've been seeing, the evaluation work survey, and the one where we and how are we going to send in our our 300, where do we get that survey thing?
Oh, okay. So all of this stuff is in the Start Here classroom. So I'll be sending out the slideshow after this meeting. And also I will be, and also all this information is located in the Start Here classroom. I probably should have gone into the Start Here classroom a little bit more depth. Basically, right here, there's all of the links that you need. So when you're saying the training classrooms, that's all here. The evaluation steps, Office at AiGoLearning, record all this, everything is here. The links to the evaluation lessons are also here so you guys can view them. The working paper form is also right here. You guys can just click here and fill it out. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it did. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So everything is outlined in the Start Here classroom. The Start Here classroom is going to be your best friend throughout this training process. Any other questions?
I just want to be a volunteer. That's all. So do I email you?
You can contact Mike at the Discord we sent right here. I'll also include his Discord in the slide and the email that I sent, but then right here, you can reach out to him and he will let you know with further steps on what to do. Any other questions?
That's all. For
If-
me, that's all.
If you guys don't have any more other questions, then oh, if anyone needs someone to teach. Yeah, so thank you so much for that in chat. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, we're gonna hang around for like 5 more minutes. Other than that, this training session is over. So you guys, if you have any questions, you guys can email us or send us a message on Discord, preferably Discord. But yeah, have a nice day, everyone. We'll hang around for another 5 more minutes if you guys want to ask us like private questions or anything.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye-bye.
You're
It was
welcome.
nice meeting you.
Have a good
Bye,
evening.
have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
We have a smooth presentation today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have a question. Can you hear me, by the way?
Yes. What's up?
All right, hi. So you keep saying that this is like not a full-time job, but for someone like, what would be the, like, what am I trying to ask? So the teachers that teach the most hours at your place, how many hours do they teach?
I think that the most is probably like 10. I would like maybe 10. I don't know. Most people at our class, like our like entire model is based on teens teach kids. So most of our like teachers are high school and college students. We still are accepting like adults, but it's like primarily consists of high school and college students. So they're like really busy with school and everything. So most people are only teaching one class a week, like an hour and a half. Like I know I'm personally only teaching an hour and a half per week. But I would say like the most is maybe like 3 classes, which is like 3 or 4 classes, which is like I would say like 4 times 1.5, that's 6 hours a week or something. So it's good for like a side job in addition to like regular job.
I add something.
Yes.
So let's just say right now, our demographic are like students and young kids, right? So right now they are all at school, so that we have a lesser demand for teachers to teach the maximum amount of time per week. But think about the summer days or the summer times between like May to August, where all the students are off of school and they have more time to learn coding. So Monday to Saturday and even Sunday, we have more availability for us teachers to teach the kids, which mean more hour, which mean more pay.
Yeah.
Okay? Yes.
Yeah, going off of that, there's also like the students are also in school. So like you're not gonna find like any like students who are like gonna be taking classes like Monday through Friday between like 8 a.m. or like 4 p.m. Like somewhere like they're all gonna be like after school, like evening classes and right now and like Saturday classes and Sunday classes. So it's gonna be primarily like you need to, it's probably like in the summer we're gonna have a lot more classes since more like we're gonna have more students.
All
Does
right,
that-
thanks. Yeah.
You're welcome. Do you guys have any questions?
Oh yeah, I think I have something else about the evaluation. So I looked at the evaluation for Skype Junior, and you're saying teach like the student knows nothing, but at the same time it kind of jumps in, right? So it kind of has to be like how do I say this? Like I kind of have to, because usually in a lesson I would make sure that the student really gets everything right, but in this I can't really, like I obviously can't expect the student to get everything because it's jumping into the material.
Yes, that is correct. I'm not really familiar with Scratch, but I can show you like the Python one. The Python one like goes directly into it. Like, are you familiar with Python?
Barely.
Oh yeah. So you know how you like if you look at this like user input, that's in the first class, but if statements are all the way down here in the curriculum. They don't get to it until class like 1 to 7, and while loops they don't get until class like 10. Or no, is that 10? No, it's just past 10. It's 11, and that is included in the evaluation. So you just kind of have to give like a rough overview of it. It's like, oh, this is this, and this is how this works. You're not going to expect a full understanding, but they should be able to kind of like know like have like a basic understanding, not like a in-depth full understanding, but a basic understanding.
So like I can ask like a few questions to demonstrate that same behavior in the classroom, but I'm not expecting a full echoing of like everything that I've said.
Yes, that is
Right? All right, thank you.
And can I add something?
yeah.
Yeah, so to continue off of your questions, I teach Scratch, so I deal with younger kids and they always like forget sometimes on what they're learning like the previous week. So what I usually do is do a recap sessions, like a 5 to 7 minutes of recap of what happened last week and what did we learn and what did I teach. And for example, if I am jumping into a session that the student already know a little bit of Scratch, like I'm starting to teach level 2 instead of starting off at level 1. If I start off at teaching a group of students at level 2, I would do like questions at the beginning of the first day. Like I'll ask them like, oh, on your previous according to your previous teacher, you should learn about like this number 1, number 2, number 3 ideas and concept. Have you learned about those yet? So my main point is that get to know your students and ask a lot of questions, get to know them, and then you will start to engage on what level of difficulty or easiness, how you want to have your class. You know, ask questions, ask them. They are your students, so you're the teacher, ask them questions.
All right, thank you. Oh, one other thing. How much can I sort of adjust the let me look at it, but I looked at you have this recorded Scratch Junior lesson 1 on your Think Learn School YouTube from one of the introduction videos, and I thought like I would want to teach some things a bit differently. Like I thought, why not let them mess around with the UI for a bit instead of like immediately going to teaching and stuff like that. So how much can I change the well, I guess you already answered that, right? It's not that rigid as long as I follow the general guideline.
Yes, you can teach in whatever approach you feel is best for your students. If you feel like, oh, I don't want to, you can just make sure that you complete like the entire checklist of what exactly are we like doing in the like basically like just make sure you cover everything, but you can cover it in any way you want. It like this is just our recommended, but if you feel that, oh, this doesn't look that right, I want to do this way instead, that's totally okay. You can go ahead and do that.
All right, thanks.
Hi, so I have a small question.
Yeah.
So I'm already a teacher. Like I started 2 weeks ago teaching Java, and I just knew that you can also teach French, and I want to know more about it because I didn't know you can teach languages also.
So I personally do not know anything about like the other courses. I would reach out to Mike about that and ask him. He would have more details about all the courses we offer. Did you get
Okay, thanks.
I can send you his Discord and chat one more time, just so you guys have that. Let me just find it. Here you go. That's Discord. Just I would say text him on Discord. Any other questions? If you guys don't have any questions, you guys can have a great. You guys have a great day. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, do you have a question?
Katya? No? Okay.
So let me stop the recording.
Yeah.